Yeah. Good evening, everyone. We would like to wholeheartedly welcome each one of you for the session organized by the Deccan Positive Mental Health team members, which has Manasa Shubhakara Mind Care Center, the Yellow Pond Counseling Center, India and Hyderabad, the Forest Creative Arts Studio, Punjab, Sri Deepti Counseling Center, Hyderabad, the Global Learning Center, Hyderabad, Shrisha Counseling Center, Kozhikode, Mind Style Hub of Kolkata. Today, we have reached the 96th session, and the topic for today's session is coping with emotions. Our resource person for today is Mrs. Jyoti Raja ma'am. A very, very warm welcome to you, who's a psychologist, the director of Sri Deepti Counseling Center. Regarding an introduction to ma'am, she is the director of Sri Deepti Counseling Center, Hyderabad. Listed below are few details of psychologist P. Jyoti Raja ma'am, who has been doing service to society through her organization, Sri Deepti Counseling Center, and spreading awareness on key issues through the electronic media and print media since 1999. Founder of Sri Deepti Counseling Center and Guidance Center, she has been conducting personal and group counseling sessions for children, parents, and teachers. She has conducted career guidance sessions, psychological testing, and expert in parental strategies. She has over 25 years experience in the field of teaching, training, and counseling. She's a specialist trainer in life skills, soft skills, communication skills, motivation, goal setting, positive thinking, and many more. Ma'am has also conducted classes on soft skills and communication skills for graduate and undergraduate students, guiding students in completing projects. She's held interactive sessions with students on current affairs. Several of her students are placed well now. She's participated in many talk shows in different channels like TVN, Vanita NTV, to name a few. She's worked in many organizations like the Hindu newspaper in education and many institutions. Few of the awards that she has won is that Successful Women's Award 2019 by Human Rights Protection Council of India on Women's Day, Seva Ratna Puraskaram, Matrushri Award by the Lions Club of Hyderabad, and Sri Kamalakar Lalita Kalabharati on eve of the International Women's Day. And with that short introduction, I would like to hand over the session to you. The floor is yours, ma'am. Over to you. Thank you so much once again for being
Thank
here.
you, Anita, for the nice introduction and listening about myself again, once again. So, today's topic I picked up coping with emotion or emotional management, whatever you call it as. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
today's topic, as you say, part of the life skills. When we are talking about life skill, 10 core skills, I think coping with emotions is one of the core skill. So, before getting into the session, it's a small self assessment. I think I have 4 questions to ask. Just you have to just assess yourself. That's you need not to answer me also. Just assess yourself. Are you able to understand your own emotions? That's my first question. Are you able to understand your own emotions? That's the first question. Your answer may be yes, maybe, sometime. It can be anything. And are you able to control your emotions? This is my another question is, are you able to control? Because, when we are, whether you're happy or sad, whatever it may be, are you able to control your emotions? This is my second question. Okay. The answer may be sometimes, maybe, no, yes, all these answers will come. Then, are you able to gauge others, people's feeling, emotions? How others, when you say something, how they feel, can you gauge that how they're feeling it? Can you understand their feelings? And my fourth question, are you open to other people's feelings? Because sometimes we are so rigid, we are so involved in our own problems and our emotions, my happiness, my sadness, my anger, everything. In this process, we forgot that we don't even bother what others are thinking. Okay. These are my 4 questions for yourself. Okay. And you assess yourself and then try to understand, are you really understanding others? Are you able to understand yourself? Then coming to the point when we are talking about, as Dinakar sir just now mentioned, that there is always a feeling are the same as emotions. There is always a confusion. Are you feeling are the same as emotion? Yeah. When it comes to feelings, feelings tell us how to live. I'm feeling like this, I'm good, I wanted to be like this. Then emotions tell us what we like and we dislike. I don't like this and I like. Suppose when you go to any place, any park or any place, and immediately you feel how to live. Okay, in this park, I'm going to roam around. I do something. When it comes to emotions, oh, it's wonderful. I'm so happy. And if say a wonderful scene is, oh, I'm happy and you liked it, I like. So we always share it also. I like this thing. At the same time, feelings say that your emotions matter, and emotions state that your external world also matters. These are the two confusing words all the time. But we talk about the emotions more. And emotion says that there is a good and bad actions. There's always like a very good action and a bad action. So, coming to the definition of emotion, whatever you're feeling is an emotion. That's what a general definition. Emotions are there for strong feelings, which are reactions to the situations, people, and issues. So, there is always a confusing statement. Emotions are very strong feelings. That's what. If you normally feel it, you don't even count it actually. If you're strongly feeling something, then you express it out and you say that yes, I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling sad, whatever is the emotion, you try to speak out those emotions. So basically, emotion is a strong feeling that is derived from one's circumstances, mood, and relationships with others. There are three different points here. One is your circumstances. The second one is your mood. If your mood is good, everything looks very good. Even we ignore many of the things and we forgive people. I said, because I'm in a good mood, whatever you say, Saukun Mafi. That's what we say. No, it's okay, no problem, doesn't matter. But if your mood is not good, then the smallest things will also bother you so much. Why he said like this? Why he said like this? Why like this? Okay, how can you say this? When we start looking, so everything depends on the mood and your circumstances, and which circumstances you are, that also matters. Then comes your relationships with others. If you have a wonderful relationship, you have a very good relationship, whatever they say, you accept and you do it. Definitely, immediately you try to do it. But if your relationship is not good with the other person, not very healthy relationship, then whatever you say and whatever they say, you take it in a negative sense and in a different sense. So it's a strong feeling. As I said, these 3 points are very, very important. Circumstances, then comes mood, then comes your relationship. So when we're talking about emotions, can you tell me how many emotions we have? It. What are the basic emotions? Anybody can unmute themselves and share it. What are the basic emotions?
Mom, I think happiness,
Okay,
sadness,
okay,
anger,
okay.
um,
Good.
Fear.
Yeah, yes, very good, very good.
fear or anxiety
Yeah,
also we
anxiety is a
can.
part of it actually. No, it's actually
Okay.
stages of things. Okay, very good, Prabha. Very good. It's
Ma'am,
very yeah, yeah. The first one, as
It's
she
love and
rightly said,
hatredness
the
also.
happiness. Yes,
It's love and hatredness also.
I didn't get you. What is that you're saying?
That is love and hatredness also. Those are the emotions.
Yeah. First of all, let's see the other. There are different things. The first and foremost basic emotions are, first one is happiness, as you rightly said. Second one is sadness. Third one is fear. Fourth one is anger. Fifth one is disgust. And the sixth one is surprise. These are the six basic emotions which we talk about it. I think as per the list, these are the anger is a positive emotion. Happiness is a positive emotion. Then sadness, fear, and anger, and disgust, and surprise. It is actually mixed feeling. Like sometimes you feel happy, sometimes you feel sad. So many people don't like surprises. If somebody surprises you, sometimes it may give you a happiness, and sometimes it may give you a sadness. So uh, there are six basic emotions. Then there are some like as somebody said, you asked me some question. Positive emotion, this stages, you have happiness, excitement, joy, peaceful, relaxed, calm, cheerful, caring, flexible, and harmonious. These are the different forms of your positive emotions. I'll repeat it once again: happiness, excitement, joy, peacefulness, relaxed, calm, cheerful. Then comes caring, flexible, and harmonious. These are the positive emotions which we talk about it. And there are negative emotions. We think anger. That the first comes actually the moment when you're talking about coping with emotion. We talk about anger. Anger management also part of it. So the first and strong emotion which comes out is negative emotion comes is anger, then disappointment, exhaustion, frustration, stress, worried, anxious. Somebody asked me just now, defensive and confused. These are negative emotions. So we have some positive, and whenever you feel happy, I think when you maybe the stages of emotion. Sometimes you are very excited. Sometimes you are only joy. Sometimes when you achieve something, you'll be peaceful. I don't want anything. I'm very peaceful. I reached my target. And sometimes after doing everything, you don't feel like doing anything. You just relax. It's actually task is given to you. One job is given to you. Task is given to you. The moment you complete your task, immediately we people say that no more, just relax. We don't feel like doing, and some kind of a fulfillment, some kind of a calmness comes to you that no, I think for some time don't disturb me, I'm just relaxing myself. Okay, this is the one state of emotions which comes out. So I like that, like when we are talking about negative emotions, and there are many stages. I think here we talk about emotion and what is the possible meaning for it. Okay, for every emotion and maybe stage, we have a meaning. First one is depression. I think one of the commonly used word. I think nowadays, right from the children also they use it, and the elders also they use it. Everybody say, if somebody is little upset, they say maybe I'm suffering with depression. This is what a statement which is passed by many people. So here, when it comes to depression, the main thing is hidden anger. You don't feel justified having it. It's like depression is not always like a sign. It's like a hidden anger. You have something, you piled up everything inside, so which is not really coming out. And sometimes you feel that you're not able to, your anger is not justified, your sadness is not justified. People just take it in a different way. And then comes actually anxiety, which is very common nowadays, and everybody comes over that I'm getting panic attacks and anxiety attacks, and I'm always anxious about things. This is a very commonly used word everywhere. I think whatever words we are using, we every day, I think at least one person will say this, whenever we're talking to the people. Anxiety is nothing but wake up to your needs. Anxiety is that you need something and you try to make it, and you have to wake up to your needs, and you have to understand your needs, and you need to work on your needs. Then comes one of the another strongest emotion which comes out is actually jealousy. Okay, what you want, this feeling whenever you see somebody is having a good house, and somebody about that, oh, I bought a new house, a villa, or I bought a new car or something. You say, oh, wonderful, excellent, you did, oh, wonderful, it's very beautiful, but internally, there is an also internal feeling that, okay, what I wanted, I think I don't have this. And I think the question comes to us is actually what we need, what we want. Then comes actually anger. Again, it's time to make change. Whenever you're not, things are not working in your way, something not stopping you, and you start yelling, you start showing anger, throwing, that is the time where you have to think that this is the time for you to change from the state of mind, whatever state you are, in the state of mind you are, you have to change from that particular state. So then come, there are so many disappointment. There are other emotions also which we talk about it in the later stage. So when we're talking about these emotions, there is another thing which comes actually. so we are talking about angers, we are talking about frustration, we have disgust, we have other things. Now, what are the different types of coping skills? I think instead of talking about only emotion, and the impact of emotions is too much in our life. I think every day we live with this, and I think the day starts if you're in a good mood, something wrong happens, something which is happen immediately. Your mood changes and your emotion. You suddenly you get angry, sad, whatever it may be. You're expecting something which is not happening. Quickly your mood changes, and you will be like feeling that why this is happening to me. This is another thing which we talk about. Why me? Why this is happening to me? Okay. So there are some coping techniques. First one is self-soothing. That is the most important thing, because instead of depending on somebody, you have to soothe yourself. That is the first technique, is self-soothing. Second one is distraction, because whatever is happening, you have to distract. This is the second technique. Third one is opposite action. Fourth one is emotional awareness. And the fifth one is mindfulness, which we talk about it every time. And the fourth one is crisis plan. These are the six techniques which we're talking about. There are many more techniques which we'll discuss it later, but these are the uh, first thing. Self-soothing, as your name indicates, you know what you have to do. I think you need to work on yourself instead of depending on somebody else. So under this, I think the best part is when you're talking about these technique, then first and foremost technique which we generate self-talk. Self-talk and coping is one of the wonderful technique which we can use it. This is a self-talk is the internal voice in our head. Okay. So why our internal conversation? I don't know. We normally ignore our own feelings and we ignore our own things, whatever happening in our mind. Usually we are not bothered. We always look for validation from others. Okay. I'm getting angry. What I should do? I'm not, what things are not working in my, what I should do it. And you ask 100 people, but nobody will give you the do this, do this, do this. They try to give you so many things, but ultimately it's you have to find out what exactly you wanted and what you have to do it. This self-talk is one of the wonderful technique. We can use it. So our internal dialogue with us actually, and it determines how we perceive situation. Whenever some situation happens, whenever something bad, something happens to you, I think you have to pursue the situation. Is it what I should do in this situation? If I'm missing what I think the general technique, what we generally say, that whenever something happens, you don't see it as your problem. Come out of the problem and view it as somebody's problem. Then you will get the solution. And when you're talking self-talk, also why I think there's one question: why, what I should do, okay, how I should do. These are the general questions. Five W's and one H. We generally this technique we generally ask people to use it. Okay, what, why, who, where, when, then how. These are the five W's and one, which I generally suggest people to use it. Actually, what happened? Okay, when it happened. Okay, so who are the people involved in it? Okay, where exactly it happened? When you ask this question, then said how to come out of this problem. Because what happened is one of the question which happened. What happened? Somebody said something to me. I had a fight with somebody. Okay, when it happened, and recently, somewhere 1 week back or 1 month back. Okay. So then why are you not talking about it now? This why is very, very powerful here. Why are you talking about it now? They said maybe something else. Okay, today also I had some other discussion with somebody. So this triggered me. Okay. Same, similar, something like that. Then I said, okay, what I should do it. Okay, how to come out of this situation. That means every time you're getting same situation, same anger, something, definitely how I have to handle it. Then maybe you have to use the technique, whether it's a relaxation technique or a mindfulness, whatever is it, we try to work on the solution part of it. Okay. So, but when it happens, it's you cannot discuss with the people. All this happens with your self-talk. When you talk to yourself, It is our thoughts and our beliefs. And okay, oh, I know I can do this, I can handle the situation. But this self-talk, there is always a positive and negative influence of how you feel it. It's not always a positive reply you get it. It's maybe it puts you down sometimes that why this is happening to me. Even I'm talking to myself, but it puts you down. So you have to be careful when you are doing this self-talk. Okay. Then comes actually how you view how you're going to do it in the using the positive self-talk. I think I talk about only positive self-talk so that it will be more easy for us to understand and not to talk about negative thing. The positive self-talk, there are few questions which I will get through this. I'm stronger than I feel right now. I think these are the affirmations which we give to ourselves. Okay, or maybe the strong statements we give it to ourselves that I will get through it. Okay, I'm stronger than what I really are. And another thing which we say, this is temporary. If something happens and some disturbance at your place or workplace or something, this is temporary. This situation won't going to be permanent. It's a temporary and this will shall pass. Then I can do this, I can handle this. This is one of the statements which we also, this is one way talking about the confidence level. I can do it and I can handle it. Okay. I can handle how I handle it. Again, you question yourself, you try to do it. Then I'm allowed to feel this way and will learn from this experience. Most of the times as no, this should not happen. I should be always like handling. I think recently when I'm talking to people, they said, no, it never happened to me. This time it's happened. It's not like this. And I feel like no crying. I said, yes, it happens every time. You cannot be cheerful. Sometimes you feel like sitting silent. You don't feel like talking to anybody. That is okay. Feel that is like emotion, you're getting it. That's fine. You need not to be always talk to the people, surrounded by people. Sometimes silence also good. So this situation, I'm allowed to feel this way. If you're getting something happy, so if you're happy, and people always say that I'm feeling, I don't know, if I feel more happy, something bad is going to happen. This is, we always attach our emotions with our belief system. Okay. Now you're happy, enjoy. At this point of time, be happy and enjoy this moment. Don't worry what is going to happen after some time. Okay. We generally say we postpone our happiness also. Like, okay. When you feel like anger, when you know that you can't show anger to each and everybody, I think you have to be very careful when you're showing your anger. So it will be it will go easy on myself. I'm worthy of love and respect. At the same, no matter what happens, I'll be okay. This is one of the statements which we give to ourselves. I'm doing my best. I'm doing the best that I can do, one step at a time. This is one of the important things which you say. We wanted to handle everything at a time. Instead of that, handle one thing at a time. It is a kind of a mantra. Okay. Then you try to understand the situation. Then you have to work on it. And the situation is the problem, it's an opportunity. I think the moment you think that the situation, any situation comes to me, suppose some is a misunderstanding between wife and husband. Okay. So you had a fight and you know, shouted, you're not talking. Maybe that situation is not a problem. Why this is happening to me? Instead of that, is maybe an opportunity. You need to understand what is other person's requirement and how you have to handle yourself and you have to handle other person. So what are your triggering points? I think whenever we are talking about emotion, we talk about triggers also, because in the under emotions, the anger is the strongest emotion which comes to us. So if you have to know anger, why you're getting anger, you should know what triggers you. Because there may be many triggers which we don't identify. The moment you identify that what are your triggers, it's easy to handle any situation. So try to understand what are your triggers. And with some of the coping techniques or maybe strategies to deal with stress and emotion. First one, talking to the friends and people. That's parents, friends, and where you're not each and everyone. It's actually you may be a selected group of people, maybe one or two people very close and very, and you feel happy and you feel secure that if you share something, there won't be any issue with this. This is the first thing. Then come doing exercise and sports or yoga. This really gives you, no, it's a coping technique because it's yoga or exercise which drives away, takes you away from this mood to a different mood. Then meditation is another technique which we use it. And reading books and journals, anything, any kind of reading is welcome. And problem solving is one thing. Instead of sitting that I have a problem, I have a problem, I have problem, try to work on the solving the problem. Okay, how you do it and with sit and try to work on it, the things will really work on your way. Then thinking positive and being optimistic. Okay? Thinking positive, though people say that it's not that easy, always thinking positive, being optimistic, but if you try, things will really, instead of thinking negative, and it's not going to work, it's not going to work, it's that means you are giving suggestions to your mind that is not going to work. Instead of that, try to make it's going to work, it's going to work for me. That's it's being optimistic is another thing. And using humor, and I always suggest watch some comedy or something like that. So to change your mood, okay, to change the emotions, I think watching some humor, some jokes or memes or whatever it may be, it will change your mood and you'll be come out of. And using humor as one of the another technique which we generally use it. And listening to music is again a wonderful activity. Hobbies, creation. People after some point of time, I think they involve themselves into so other activity, they forget that they have some hobbies and they have some recreation activity. I can share my experience. I think just 2 days back some lady came to me. She was some issue, and she was really feeling low. And earlier she used to draw very well, and she used to sing, and she used to dance, and she's like multi-talented. Around suddenly she lost touch, and she left everything. All the time she's having that I have a problem at some issues with so I'm like this, I'm not talented, and nobody likes me, and all these things. When I was talking to her, then I said, okay, how you used to spend your time earlier? Then he said, no, I used to draw, I used to sing, I used to dance, and all these. She was telling all these things. I said, why can't you start it again? A few days back it happened. Why can't you start? Then I asked her to make a list of things what she can do it. Then she started listing out. She's having so many activities and so much of pending things she wants to do it. I said, say one at a time again. You start working on one thing. Once you do it, start enjoying that moment. Then I think whatever you are depression, anxiety, whatever, it just slowly goes out. It's a practically it is possible. We can divert our mind using this. Then comes journal. Journaling is one of the wonderful technique which we use it, and writing something. And people have this habit of putting their thoughts into paper and they start writing it. And hanging out with the friends. I think like-minded people. It's always like when friends need not that again they trigger you something. It's like-minded people. If you start talking to them, being with them, then it will really help you to do better. Then praying and religious activities. Okay, there are some activities, I think praying and religious activities, people like it. I think you involve yourself in that, definitely there will be a different scenario. Then comes your social support or asking for help. I think people hesitate to come to a psychologist or any person taking help because still they have some stigma that no, I should not approach anybody. I should handle myself. And many families, they said, what is the need of a psychologist and why you should go to it? But instead of suffering, better you approach a person, and that too a proper person. I think professional help is always required. I think getting enough sleep and food and sleep, these are the two major things. Whenever you are not feeling good, then you really have issues. Okay. So these are some of the coping techniques. Whenever we are talking about emotional management, there are different types of people. Okay, I think this is which I observed it. There are some people, they're always like very toxic and quickly, and they use their words abusive, everything. We call them as peers. I think they always talk with, they start their conversation with a bad word, then they start talking about it. There are some people, I think these are the people, they swallow everything. Whenever they say, people say something, they take everything. They are like, they say, no, you have a pot and you fill that pot with all these people. Whatever others are saying, they're putting everything in that pot. And one fine day, what happens? Okay, suddenly the pot bursts. Then the anger which they show with really I think people can't imagine that, okay, this person will get angry at this level. Okay. So these people, they are swallowers. They swallow everything. One, that after part and part, they just send it out. But that is again a dangerous thing, because if pure, I think the person who's actually bad mouthed, I think nobody wants to talk to them. They just keep a distance with them. But whoever is actually a swallower, I think he looks very sweet. I think normally, because he says, yes, 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 you're right. He obliges everybody to one certain point. So people start liking it. The moment no speaks out, then the people have a problem that how can he do this? I think he spoiled the relationships because of this nature. I think when we talk about it, I think then when I talk about this pointing, most of the people say that my husband is like this, my father is like that, my brother used to be like that. It's not that ladies are not, women are not angry. But I think these people, they quickly, they quickly, they just take everything. They listen to me, ha ha, okay. And one fine day he shouts in such a way that we lose that. Okay. It may happen with anybody. And the third part, when we are talking about, is a coper. That is, he takes everything. At the same time, he has to maintain that balance. Okay, where I have to speak, I have to speak, and where I should not speak, I should don't speak. So this aggregation, what exactly happening, how I'm doing it, this is very, very important. These are the people, they maintain balance, and they really uh, see that situation is under control all the time. It's not that they will put people down or they'll be like doing it, but overall they will be like maintaining it in a nice manner. These are the three types of people we generally say it. I think there are maybe different type, but as I observed, actually these three people we generally see. There may be many more. Yeah. Any questions till here?
I don't think any questions are there. Go ahead, Jyoti. Go ahead.
No, because
You're
I
very
thought, okay,
clearly you're expressing. Very good. Go ahead.
uh, okay. When we're talking about this, okay, somebody raise the hand. Okay. I'll just go ahead with one more technique which we are talking about it. Okay. Be glad. Actually, this is another technique which we generally use it. How to cope with your emotion, or maybe how to express yourself. Be glad. GLAD. Four letters. The first letter is G. It's learning to be glad. You're grateful, something you're grateful for today. I think thinking about present, being in the present, one of the gift we have it. So, what is that one thing you're grateful today? Okay, and you start thinking about it. I think whole day you might have gone through so many other things, something very good, something very bad, something very you're not really comfortable, something very comfortable. Out of it, try to think of something very basic for which you're very grateful. It could be something very simple. Okay, the food you eat, your favorite food, or some ice cream, and you've just went out and somebody you didn't expect, somebody wished you something very, very simple, something very basic. Don't expect too much of thing. So that time you really feel great. I think the first and foremost things, feel grateful for something happened on that day. Okay, I'm not saying that yesterday or future. That's that particular day. That is G. Okay. Second one, something you learn today. L. Second letter is L. Something you learn that day. You might have gone through so many experiences, so many things that might have happened from the morning to 9. This one something you might have learned it. Okay, today how I should talk, I should not talk, and how I should behave, I should not behave. But it's something very maybe sometimes when the small children will learn something. When we are observing somebody, then also we learn something. This learning, write down something positive you learned about yourself today. It might be something you already know, but it came to the focus. It just generally happen. There are some when you read some quotes, something will happen. It suddenly you know it already, but I think when this time when you read it, and when you see it, you suddenly some focus, some flash will come. Oh, this has happened. Something very good happened to me when I read it. When I did this one, it's okay. This is something you learn. It's very positive. No, we are not talking about anything negative here. We are talking about only positives ones, which we have to understand it. The third letter is actually one small accomplishment you did today. Okay. Many people feel that accomplishment have to be very big, important task, but it's very little things that make you difference in your life. Perhaps you are working on a goal like exercising and eating healthier and finding a new job. Small steps towards your goal are important accomplishment. And some it's not need not to be very thing very big. I think some I give a simple example. Every time no you feel like yes, look, I should arrange my desk, or I should arrange my cupboard, and every day you are postponing it. Okay, one day when you decided that okay, today I'm going to do this one section of it, I'll do it. Okay, after doing this, just feel how do you feel. I think you 100 times you repeated that. Oh, today I set my table. I did this. I did my no books. Kept everything in it. It may be for you might have done it for 5-10 minutes, but I think you, according to you, that is one of the pending work, and then which you want to do it, you accomplish, and you did it. Okay, that's the feeling is today I did it. Okay? So don't think too much about, and don't think bigger things only I should do it. No, not necessary. The small things makes lot of difference in our life. So try to do something like this. Then the fourth one, D, is something that brought a delight to you. Okay? This is a D is something which brought delight to you. That is what made you laugh or smile. I think people forgot to laugh is actually we forgot actually. Even we stopped smiling also. We always like something morning when you get up itself, the mood is upset. Today I have to go to office, I have to do this, and I have to do this. So we just get up with a bad mood, and the same mood continues. Okay. So but the whole day, just one moment, and just think about a moment that where you feel laugh or smile. Please, if you don't have anything, try to make it as a habit that every day you should laugh, you should smile. When I go to yoga in the morning, I think this is my personal experience. We after doing the yoga, we have a hashyasana, that is laughing therapy, whatever is actually. Earlier, when I used to, when I was not part of the yoga team, I used to even say, hey, why these people are like mad? They're just no laughing like that. What is the fun? I used to really no tease them. But when I became a part of it, actually, then I said, yeah, that moment don't have this. We just smile. We just laugh together. And that gives really a good feeling that, okay, yeah, I'm doing, everybody's doing, it's absolutely fine. So think that what makes you a laugh, a smile. Small things which brings a smile on your face. Please try to do that. Please try to do it. That is one of the best way to cope up with your emotions. Then comes actually what small thing of beauty did you see today? Sometimes, yeah, this is one of the things which we are missing in our life. We don't enjoy the sunlight. We don't enjoy the breeze. We don't really. We are in such a stage that we enjoy only the phone and watching things. But I feel this is something things of beauty, a small things which happens to us. When you see one flower and you're just walking, you see a small girl doing something, and you really know such a cute. She may not be belongs to, but I think you enjoy doing things and you really feel happy that oh, this is wonderful, and we try to keep these moments with us. Okay, so what I'm trying to say, don't worry about big things are not happening. Like So try to work on the small things which you can work that makes your life very beautiful. Then what did you hear? What did you hear today to lift your spirit? A song, a music, a joke, or anything. It can be anything. So any type of this can be part of your thing. Okay. This is a technique which this glad technique is something which we have to use it on regular life. I'll repeat it once again. The first one, be you grateful, something you're grateful today, something you learned today, something you accomplished today, and something you're uh, delight today. Okay? These are the four things we try to apply in our mind. I think if you want, you can write it also like every day, whatever the small things happened. Instead of journaling, I think we talk about journaling. I think these small things you keep it in your memory, and whenever you feel bad, we just try to repeat it. I share another. Generally, it so happens. I think if you remember the childhood, mothers used to tell us that you used to in the small you used to do this one. You are very naughty. You used to climb this one. I think they give us all the good moments and naughty moments, and when we are very small. Okay. These moments when you grow up and when somebody said you're feeling sad suddenly. I think earlier there's photos. Now it's like because of the phone, we will actually we don't have this. We just scroll it. If you see the old albums and photos, okay, then all your memories are back. Then you used to talk about, oh, I used to this like this, and I used to this, and you have a big story behind it, each and everything. Everything you remember, and your mood is up. I think you will be living in a different world, which is missing nowadays. I think we don't talk about it. Particularly, I think this I used to do, it's my personal experience again. I used to do with my children this one. I used to tell them that what all the naughty things they did and what all the good things they did. I used to tell them that, like, okay, you used to do this. After certain age, I said, Amma, tell me what we used to do it. And now it became so strong, and then as if they may not, they're not actually just 2 years or something, they don't remember. But now they remember what all the activities that. So now also if I see some other child, so you used to like this. Then you said, Mommy, I used to do like this. But now they're very grown up. But still, those memories really help us to live our life in a beautiful manner. Um, I think that's all. Anything else you want me to? I think you need to write. I think that's one thing I have wanted to add it to you actually. Uh, Everyone should have what are my coping skills. Think each and everyone should know what are their coping skills. No need to depend on somebody for this. I think if I get angry, what is the way I have to come out of it? If I'm sad, what is the best way to come out of it? Which I should implement from my side. At the same time, whenever I'm no what I'll say disgust and whatever fear, then what is that I have to do it to come out of it. Okay? So everyone should have their own coping mechanism. Okay. Uh, it's okay to feel worried, mad, sad, frustrated, anxious. It's okay. No problem. It's not that every day you have to be cheerful, every day will be good day. No, it will never happen. Life is like that. One day you'll be worried. Sometimes we have actually that. Sometimes you feel very happy, sometimes very mad, sad, whatever it means. Just do it. But in this process, don't hurt yourself. That is one of the most important thing. We feel that we as if we are giving when particularly when it comes to some people, I think most of the people do stop eating, stop doing things. So it's actually you're hurting yourself. So don't hurt yourself, don't hurt others, don't destroy the property. This is the three things because very commonly now I'm listening to the people that whenever I get angry, I throw things. When I say I cut my hand, I say if I throw, I bang the door. What is this nonsense actually? Okay, it's okay to get it, but don't hurt yourself, don't hurt others, don't destroy the properties. I hope I made the I just want to make it the presentation because emotions. I don't want to take you to the sad and bad and whatever maybe. We did everything in this session. Thank you very much. I think I concluded my session on time.
Jyoti Raja,
Thank you, sir.
wonderful session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Because you said emotions, I think I need to be very emotional at this point of time.
I'm very proud of you,
Thank you.
the way you have presented GLAD, GLAD,
Yeah.
and all those things are going to be of great help. Into the whole theory, small acronym you give, we always remember that. Fantastic session. Of course, I'm not giving vote of thanks. Somebody
Okay.
else will give. But I
Yeah.
could stop myself to
Okay.
say
Thank you, sir.
it is a wonderful session.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a fantabulous session. We thoroughly enjoyed. As sir
I was waiting
mentioned,
for this comment. I
yeah,
was waiting for this comment,
yeah,
Sunanda.
glad
Yeah.
we enjoyed. Then old photos. By seeing that, as you mentioned, we can create lot of stories.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Dr. Venugopal, sir.
Okay, Jyoti Raja ji. Now,
Thank you, sir. Tell me, boliye ji.
that is when you are saying that about the self-talk, many people, they are not even aware of the fact that is constantly, when you are awake, there's an inner voice talking to you, either motivating you or demotivating you, either encouraging you or discouraging you. And first, you said that, okay, you must know, how many of you know your own emotions? And how many of you know how to control your emotions? How many of you know the emotions of others? Like that. The old book, The Art of War, Sun Tzu, that is more than 2000 years old. There what he says is, that is first, know your strengths and weaknesses. In a battle, if you go to a battle, first you know your strengths and weaknesses, then you may win the war. More important, if you want to win a war, you must know the strengths and weaknesses of the opponent also. The same thing here also applicable. First, we must know our own emotions. Then only we will be able to do something about that. Then once you are able to know your own, understand your own emotions, then try to understand the emotions of others. Then only you can avoid conflicts. First, when you are not aware of your own emotions, you are likely to say something impulsively and very harsh, then that can hurt or break the relationship. When you know your own emotions, then you will be very careful, watchful about what you are going to say. Then if you know the emotions of the other person also, then definitely you will be able to understand them better. Instead of that, when we are talking about many things, that is all these, first of all, I'm a stand-up comedian also. So laughter, but I don't believe in this laughter yoga, period. Because that emotion should come from inside.
Exactly.
Humor, not simply laughing. Dopamine, nothing will be released. Right? True emotion. So I'm very, very strong. There is a vocal about this one. This laughter yoga is not. Then comes the so-called all these medication. Because yoga, I'm a trained yoga trainer also. Long time back, 3 years of one-on-one training. Yoga has got its own strengths. It is not something, it's like a panacea for all the problems. These days, many people are promoting yoga as if it will fix all the stress. Yoga. Meditation. First of all, if you are lost a job, especially youngsters, IT professionals, Google or Amazon, they are working for them, and suddenly day off, they lose their job. They will have all sorts of financial problems immediately. Bank loan for their home, car, sitting and meditation. It is not going to solve the problems, my dear friends. And there comes the thinking skills and life skills. You are talking about life skills. That also, I have been giving talks and conducting seminars on life skills for more than 35 years. One of the life skill is thinking skills. And the W5H, I have added one more that is missing in that W5. That the W5 now it should be W6. We are talking about what, why, when, who, where. You have to add which also.
Okay.
That is a
do
W6H.
6 W's and 1 H.
Right. Okay,
I'll add
thank
it,
you.
sir. Next time I'll add it.
Right.
Thank you, Venugopal sir. Yeah, friends, you can interact with ma'am. You have any doubt? Or we can go for VOT.
I think it's okay with me.
Yeah, Neelam ji.
And Sunanda ji, please understand the weakness of this Google Meet. It is high time.
Sure, sir. Yeah, we will look into it.
It is frustrating for speakers. It doesn't give the full satisfaction for a speaker who has come, taken a lot of time and effort to address an audience.
Yeah, sure,
Please
sir.
understand our emotions.
Ma'am,
Please understand our emotions. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Neelam ji, please. After that, Prabha will share her thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, Neelam ji.
Okay, ma'am. Should I?
Please.
Yes.
Okay. Jyoti Raja ma'am, it was a beautiful session, and
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
best thing was which you said, glad, keep in your mind. So that is, I have learned this expression for the first time in this context, and that is very nice. It will be helpful for men, to me also, because I am also a human being. We do at this age also, sometimes it happens, we are worried and we may blame somebody, and we can say heartburning all the time, we think like that. But this is what I have learned from it. Your talk, glad is such a word. It is to be very helpful if one keeps it in mind. So this is what I am thinking, that I shall also keep this thing. Sometimes you get upset. It's life. It is life. So many people are there coming to your life and all that. Many people say something, hurt you, and you feel hurt, and you don't express that thing. And that also, we know at our own cost that if you are hurt, and that all the time that thing will come up into your mind all the time. So that way it will hurt you. Now, since I am not a student of psychology, but I have understood, because I saw in my husband, I have seen in my sister, that these things, they keep just grumbling and all that. And now I started telling them, this is how you are hurting yourself. There will be some problem other than life. So this is what I have learned from you of this. And somebody also commented on this. So thank you very much, ma'am. It was a very nice people. Scholars like you, when they come to just talk to younger generation, they are going to help the society. They are going to help the humanity. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Means a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, Prabha.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Thank you for a wonderful, nice listening to you and learning new things, how to cope up our emotions. I have one question, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like, we feel angry at that moment, and after that, we feel guilty. So, how to overcome it, ma'am?
There is a concept in psychology, we generally say think and act and think. Okay, there is actually a concept. We generally nowadays, we forgot that concept of think and act. Okay. We are actually now we act, then we start thinking, I should have not done this and this. Okay, so the concept which we have to adopt, the strategy which we have to think for not for too much time. Actually, this is anything, if you know 30 seconds to 1 minute, okay, makes a difference. If you observe first 30 seconds and 1 minute, if you can control or maybe you manage your emotion, divert your thing.
So, we have to delay
Yeah.
We have to delay it.
Delay it,
to our emotions.
Exactly. We immediately, and like I give you an example. If somebody says something to us, okay, we react immediately. How can you say this to me? Okay.
Yes.
But if you can just wait, listen to them first, wait for some time, sometime in the sense not hours together or something. It's matter of 1 or 2 minutes. It's just first of all try to understand their point. Then you try to respond to it. That's the reason I always suggest that think and act. So think in this thinking process, there are many simple techniques counting 1 to 10, yeah, maybe taking deep. I think 5-5-5 technique, which we generally use it, no, 5 breaths and hold it for 5 and leave it. No, I think this is the one other technique which we generally use it. Divert your mind, leave, no, divert, maybe seeing something, focusing on something, come back, and breathing exercise, which we do it actually. This also, there are many strategies. I think depends on the situation. As I initially mentioned, there are 3 things. One is the circumstances, the second one is the people, the third one is actually your mood. Okay, if you can see what are the circumstances, how can I react to this in that particular circumstances, and based on my mood, actually, what is my mood? Is it my mood? I think I'm in a reactive mood, or I think take it, I can listen and I can deliver it later. And the third thing and most important, the people. Who are the people you are talking to them? Is it a stranger? Is it your close person? Because if it is a close people, your family, immediate family, your strong reactions will spoil the relationships. Okay. At that point of controlling and maybe bringing yourself down will not spoil your relationship and the consequence. With the strangers, is it really matters if I say something immediately because he's a stranger anyway? Is it necessary to have to react in this way? See, as I said, self-talk, I said self-questioning is also another technique which we generate. If I question, is it necessary that I need to address this issue? Is it that important in my life that I have to talk to, I have to answer each and everyone? Okay. If this
Right.
kind of thinking will solve most of the problems.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Prabha.
Go ahead, Sunanda.
Yeah, with this we can conclude today's session, ma'am. It was
Yes.
fantabulous session. We thoroughly enjoyed. We thank you from Deccan Positive Mental Health and in association with Yellow Pond International Wellness Center, Forest Creative Arts Studio, Punjab, then Sri Deepthi Counseling Center, Hyderabad, Clover Learning Center, Hyderabad, then Sirisha Counseling Center, Kozhikode, Mindstyle Hub from Kolkata. We thank each and everyone. We can meet next week with another resource person. Thank you, friends. Happy weekend.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sunanda, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Bye.